my Squidlings, it's Katie here and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing a review slash demo of the Holbein Duo Aqua oil colors, and I reached out to them and asked if they could send me some of these so I could test them out, because I've always really wanted to try like aqua oil colors, what are they called? Water soluble oils, there we go. And I got some. So anyway, these are 20 milliliter tubes. There are 4 in here, and as you can see, the box has a lot of Japanese on it, so I don't know what all of that says, but I can read the stuff in English, so that's always good. And then this side just says the same thing, and we've got a barcode on this side, the same thing, and the same thing. So, and then I think, yeah, it's just plain white on the bottom. So then we can open it up and we can see these colors. So we've got our primary colors along with white, which is very nice. And I love how large these are. They're actually, you know, they're 20 milliliter tubes, so they're pretty big. So we've got Alizarin Crimson here, cadmium yellow light, ultramarine blue, and then titanium white. Then very small down here it says thin and mix with water or Holbein Duo mediums. Wash up with warm water or solvents. That's definitely the nice thing about water mixable oils, is the fact that they can be thinned down with water and even cleaned up with water, and you don't have to worry about working with solvents. Now, let's open this one up and see what it looks like on the inside. So right off the bat here, you can see the color. It's a very dark red, kind of like, you know, Alizarin Crimson should be. If you want a better color representation, there it is. And these actually have hardly any smell at all, which is very nice. Then let's take a look at the cadmium yellow. Whoops. Here that is. And then the ultramarine blue, which is very gorgeous. I love that these have hardly any smell. Oils usually don't bother me, but I always get a headache after I work with oils. So I think these will be a nice addition to my oil family, that I can actually work and not get a bad headache. And then here is just white. So from a packaging standpoint, these are really nicely packaged. I believe these are actually just a sample size. I'm not sure if you can buy this by itself. You may be able to, but at the moment I'm not sure. But it's very nicely packaged, and I love that you get, you know, 3 primaries and a white, because you always need white whenever you are oil painting. One of the things that I think is the most awesome about the Holbein Duo colors is that they are compatible with all media, including traditional oil color, watercolor, acrylic gouache, and acrylic gouache, which is handy. You know, you can use it in mixed media paintings and not have to worry about, you know, like the oil and water stuff getting together, because they're water mixable, so you can use them with all of your media. But it does say when mixing Duo with traditional oil color, water solubility will be lost when exceeding 30% traditional oil color in the mixture. So that's kind of to be expected, because if you're mixing oil with water, you're eventually not going to be able to thin these down with water. I was also sent this brochure, and it has just all of the different colors that you can get on here. There are a lot of colors, and they have elite labeled colors that signify the use of heavy metal pigment, including cadmiums and cobalts. So it's nice that they separate those in the list and stuff. So according to this color chart, my Alizarin Crimson is transparent with a 2-star, so it is moderately durable as far as permanency goes. It is in the series B. Then our ultramarine, we have ultramarine light. It is also transparent. It is permanent as far as the permanency rating goes, and it is in series A. Then there is titanium white, which is absolutely permanent in the permanency rating. It is opaque, and it doesn't have a series number. And cadmium yellow light hue is permanent in the permanency rating. It is semi-opaque, and it is in series A. So I think that's really cool that they have this little chart that they gave me. And it says the colors are only as accurate as commercial printing techniques will permit, so they may or may not be super accurate on this as they would be, you know, with actually using them. And I am going to get into swatching them. I am not going to swatch these over black like I normally would do, only because I don't really feel like waiting for black to dry because I'm lazy. But I want to go ahead and swatch these out, so I will head over there. Alright, so first off, I am going to be testing the Alizarin Crimson. Wow, this is such a rich color. I'm not even sure if the camera can pick up how nice this is. Now, since they're water mixable, I'm going to thin them down with some water. You can definitely get a nice little gradient with this just by, you know, mixing it with the water, and I think that's fantastic. And you don't have to use solvents, which makes life 100% easier. Next up, I'm going to use the Ultramarine Blue. And the nice thing with these is a little bit goes a long way, so you don't really need a lot. Oh, I get some more brush. And then last but not least, I'm going to be doing the yellow. Just from testing these out, I can already tell that these are some super high quality pigments. And they seem, I'm not really sure how fast water mixable oils dry. I need to do some research into that, but I just think it's really awesome that they're water mixable. I mean, I don't have to worry about getting my mineral spirits out and stuff to clean off my brushes. It does seem to stain your brush a little bit. I haven't cleaned it off with a cleaner or anything, but I don't know if you can see that, but it is pretty stained. But if the cleaner can get it off, then I'll make a note of that. But at the moment, it's okay though. It's a brush. It's gonna get stained eventually anyway. But I really think these are great. Actually, what I want to do before I go into an illustration is actually mix these a little bit. Alright, so as far as swatches and mixability goes, these are really great. They mix really nicely. I don't see any problems, you know, as far as how they look or whatever. They're definitely a higher quality than a lot of the oil paints that I own, which is no surprise because Holbein is a spectacular company that makes spectacular products. I really enjoy them. So here they are again. I just want to kind of show you a little bit closer up. And you can see that, you know, the paints down there are not dry. So I'm going to go ahead and get into an illustration where I talk further about, you know, the things I like, the things I don't like, if there are any things that I don't like, and the rating that I have for them. So I hope to see you over there. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to talk to you about how awesome these paints are. So they're really thick and really creamy. They're super duper smooth, and I know this is a weird kind of like comparative thing, but it's like you're painting with softened butter. Like, it's super smooth, and that sounds weird, but it's a nice factor, I promise. I do want to state one thing, that there is a bit of a color shift from when you put the paint down to when it kind of sets in a little bit. It shifts a little bit. It's not a big deal. It's kind of like the shift with acrylic paint. Of course, it's not dry, but it does shift. The brushes like I was talking about earlier, they are a bit stained until you wash them with brush cleaner, then they kind of unstain. So you don't have to worry about that if you're finicky about your brushes getting stained. The colors are really rich and vibrant, and they mix cleanly, which is really nice. Sometimes, you know, you get worried about, you know, colors muddying when you mix, but you don't really have to worry about these because they're very, very nice pigments. As I said earlier, there's no smell, or at least hardly any smell, nothing to get worried about anyway. And it dries within 2 days. This picture dried within 2 days. I would say if you had like multiple layers and stuff, probably take longer to dry, but this, which is pretty thin layered, dried in 2 days. The tubes were filled to the brim. Like, you couldn't put any more paint in there if you had tried. It was great though, because I got, you know, a lot of paint, and that's a good thing because these are really amazing. And a little bit of this stuff goes a long way. You don't need a lot of this to get any pigment down, and plus the fact that you can water it down with water, you know, you can get even more paint out of it because of that. So, as far as the rating goes, I've never tried a water-soluble brand. I'm gonna give these a 10. I mean, this is my first 10 out of 10 rating I've ever given any product, and I'm blown away by these. You know, whenever you think of water-soluble oils, you get skeptical, or at least I do, and I was a little bit skeptical, I'm gonna be honest, but I'm happy, man. These are great. I would recommend these. If you're looking for water-soluble oils, look no further. These are really great. So anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget you can join our cute little squid army if you haven't already to keep updated on when I upload a new video. And until next time, guys, toodaloo!